Hey everybody, this is Charlie with Sly Fox Fishing. Gonna bring you an unboxing video here. I got some baits in from Cray. So we're gonna check those out. And remember to use SlyFox10 at castcray.com. Saves you 10% on everything. So let's get into it. Got some pretty nice stuff here. We got a box full. These are nice. Right here. Cray shirt. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful shirt. I got it from my wife, but I'm gonna try it on. Why not? Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. She might not get it back. And we got a Cray sticker. So, cool stuff. Everybody knows what these are. Neck gator. We'll give it a try. Real nice, soft material. When you get out there fishing, even if you're fishing the bank, these things are great. Cut down on getting sunburn. You put your glasses on. You ain't got much exposed. You can blow it on up over your nose. Keep from burning your nose, getting, cancer from getting sunburn all the time. Put you a little bit of sunscreen on your forehead, then you're golden. And I need to get some fishing gloves. One of these days I will. Starting to use long sleeve shirts, stuff like that more. So I'm getting it together slowly because I get real bad heat bumps, stuff like that. They're very painful and they're itchy. So gotta start wearing those more. So, alright, let's see what else we got here. We got a Cray window sticker. That'll go on the back of my truck to show them some love. They're helping me out by helping you guys out. I don't make anything off of the 10% discount like some companies. These people are like, oh, you get that, I get kickback. I don't get any kickback. So I get a discount, just like you. See, we got here some Cray nubs, and they're in the Juicy June Bug 8-pack. Little Ned Rig baits. Is that there? Real nice, pretty color. June Bug's just a real good color all around. You got a little bit of purple, some green flake in there, and I got the little textures here on the end. Then they're kind of smooth in the middle. Then you got the little ribs on this end. Should be great. I need to get more into Ned rigging. I got the stuff for it. I just don't have the patience. That's my problem. Yeah, let's see what else we got here. We got their, basically it's a Senko style bait. 5-inch worm. And I think this one was in watermelon, if I can remember. And it's pretty cool about some of their stuff. They got their little symbol on there, cast Cray. I think it's pretty cool myself. And it's got the slots here for your, it's top side of your worm. If you're Texas rigging, your hook will just sit right in there. It's hidden. And if for some reason you're fishing with a 5-inch worm as this, and you go, I'll go a little more finessey. Now right here, you can cut this off, then you have a 4-inch. Well, if you want to go even more finessey, they got another ring right here, you can cut that off, you got a 3-inch. Or, if you want to get finessey on even your like Ned rig baits, your nubs, things like that, you can just cut it right there, pop that off, then you have a 2-inch long Ned rig and a 3-inch. I mean, that thing would still bounce around. You get a hook up in there on top of it, you're gonna have that little bit more finessey. You get a little current, that thing's gonna move around. You jump it with a Ned rig, it's gonna bounce around. You can run these wacky rigged. I've caught several bass this summer during the spawn when they were on bed fishing. Caught a bunch of them on wacky rig. I mean, just absolute fire with it. To me, like a dummy, I had a bunch of camera issues and I just didn't want to deal with it. And I didn't do any recording with them, but I tell you, I did do some slamming on some bass. You guys seen a lot of, if you're on my Facebook page, you'll see a lot of pictures that I took of fish, and that wasn't even probably 10-15% of what I've actually caught. I was mainly more concerned about the monster bass, big bass challenge that they have going on, year-long tournament. I got into that, and I was more focused on that than trying to worry about dealing with the camera that was giving me troubles. So I just went ahead and just said forget it, and I fished. Because truly, that's what I like to do. I love to fish. The camera, just the video stuff is, just something to share with you guys and, get everybody that likes to fish or wants to learn how to fish. If you're there in person, I could teach you how to do it. I'm not a great teacher on camera. There's other guys out there that are great at that. They can sit there and break down everything for you on a camera. I won't do it. I just don't have the patience to do it, but I can sit on a bank and sit there and tell you, seen a kid and his dad the other day at was it Stock and Field? It's kind of like a Tractor Supply, Rural King, something like that. And the guy's son wanted to do some bass fishing. Well, he didn't. I mean, they were there and they're looking, talking about, catching bass and stuff like that, and so I sat there and took about 5 minutes of my time, was just telling them, different things they could use to catch bass. And showing them different baits from different companies, does different things, different ways to rig it, and how to fish it and stuff like that, But I'm right there person to person, explaining it to them, and the gentleman, he's like, I really appreciate that. He said, you're helping me out, teaching my son how to do something. He said, the only thing I've ever done is done a little bit of catfishing and trying to catch bluegill. So I thought that was pretty cool to actually help the dad out, to help his son out. His son was right there, and he was all ears listening. It was like, what I was saying was 100% correct all the time. And I told him, I said, you know what? You might go out and try everything I told you. It ain't gonna work today. You can go out tomorrow and it'll work. So just depends on how the fish are biting and what they want to do. So, but anyway, let's get some more of these baits. All right, and I got another Cinco style bait, and from Cast Cray here, and I think this is the black with blue flake in that. Just a little bit of that blue flake. I'll take one out, and they got a little scent to them, not a whole lot. And then you got the little Cast Cray symbol on there. Same thing, it's got the groove down in here. You can see a little slot in there where your hook sets in. Weedless. Same thing here, you can cut that off. You got a 3-inch or a 4-inch. or even a 2-inch net bait rig. And then you can use them, you know, Texas rig, Carolina rig, any kind of worm fishing you can use them for, just like anyone else, you know. But they're good baits, so I'm gonna give them some time in the water. Now this one I really like. They call it, yeah, that's what I thought, Sexy Shad. It's a nice little jig right here. I think this one is a 1/2 ounce. I think they have them 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 ounce on the site there. Very nice. I'll pop it open and give you a little better look at it so you're looking at it through a bag. Got that nice kind of archy style jig head. It's got a nice weed guard. It's not too stiff, you know, just enough to keep you. I'll probably trim it off just a little bit, probably about right in there, you know, give just a little trim job. I'll do that with a lot of them, you know, so when it comes down there, by the time they get their lip down here, it's already in their mouth. They ain't got to start pushing all the way down. But when I jig fish, I don't miss too many when they pick that thing up, because I'm going to jack their jaw. They're going to get a hook in their mouth. Me saying that, I'll probably miss a bunch of them, but I usually don't miss them. When I set the hook, I hurt my back at times and my shoulders setting the hook too hard with jigs. I just can't stop doing it. Now, spinnerbait, chatterbait style baits, some reason I just don't set them that hard, and if it's a chatterbait style that has a weed guard on it, I missed a couple the other day. And when I missed the second one, snip snip, it was done. I got rid of the weed guard on it. I don't care, I'll take my chances of getting weeds in it and losing it. And we'll wait on that one. And we got here Topwater Frog. You know, we still got a little bit of frog season left here. You know, this one is called Death Metal. Pretty cool, black, white. Got like a orangey red legs on it. That thing come out of there. There we go. They've got that red belly. Look at that. That is juicy. We all know fish see red, so that ought to be a good one. If he's sitting there eyeballing it real slowly, you know, so I'll probably trim these off not that long. They're a little bit longer than what I like. Some people like them long. I'll trim them off a little bit, you know, about like that right there. You know, it's kind of like the fire crawl color on the legs. It's got the little white dot circles on the back, and it's a walking frog, not a popping frog. I don't have too many of these, so I figured I better get me some. I'm just a big fan of the popping frogs more. Right, nothing wrong with walking froggers. It's a little bit more subtle presentation. You know, it's not as loud, not as aggressive, but they'll still get on it. I have no doubt about that. Bass just can't resist that frog on top of the water. So, and then we have here is what they call the Cast Cray Spooky Glide, the chub color. Now these, I'm getting a little more into this, you know, like swim baits, stuff like that. So there it is, just jointed. You can see that. It's got real nice sticky hooks. And if you can see that eye or not. That is just, I love that eye. That is pretty daggone wicked. You know, got the blue and a green and black. You know, good looking bait. You know, and there, got a little bit of a knocker in it. Youch. Get that out of my hand. But I think that's real nice. It's got like a dark brown, and it kind of fades down a little black mixture. Nice black lateral line down to a white. It's got just a little bit of coloration in here. You know, real nice looking bait. And I'm excited to throw that and catch some on there. Got a little river that I've done some wade fishing in. Every time I go there, camera issues. Hopefully no more. I've been there like 3 times. All 3 times get there, something wrong with the disc, or the camera is like, I charged it before I left and for some reason it's down to 20% when I left the house and drove 25 minutes away, and it goes from 100% to 20%. It's like, really? So, and I just was like, you know what, I'm not gonna spend 20%, that don't give me 15-20 minutes of record time. So I'm like, forget it, I'll just catch them, take pictures, there you go. But hopefully this time when I go back here, there's some nice smallies in there. I had one that was about 4 pounds. Thought I was a water break. I'd been standing there for like 15 minutes just catching rock bass and little, 6-8 inch smallies. And next thing you know, boom. I look down, getting ready to move, and I noticed something, look down there, and I got like a 4 or 5 pound smallmouth sitting right at my leg as I'm standing there with the waders on. And he thought I was a brake line in the water. I'm like, well, ain't that crazy? I'm a current brake for smallmouth bass. That was so awesome. Tried to reach down and grab it. He had no part of that, because by the time my fingers got in the water, he seen me and he was gone. But that was pretty epic though. Got one more lure here. Excited to throw it too. I believe I can catch some smallmouth on it as well. And but if all else fails, I'm trying to catch them with the spook glide. Or this, which is a multi-segmented, and it is the 4-inch glide swimmer in the shad color. You see that? It's got like the Kevlar stuff in there. It's got a killer action. There's a guy that he's on the pro team, member of Cray, Matt's Fishing Mission. If you hadn't seen him, go check him out. The dude just slams smallmouth. He's down in Cincinnati, Ohio area, and that guy catches some smallies. And I wanted to go down there with him this year, just didn't get a chance to make it. We talked here a few weeks ago, and he wants to see about trying to come up here and fish in one little river that I was telling him about. And hopefully they'll make that happen. He'll get a video, I'll get a video, and it'll be real sweet. So nice red colors on the gills, nice scale pattern on there. It's hard body, but man, that thing will bend. I mean, look at that. Makes me think of the sea on Cray. Boom, there's the sea. Pretty slick. I bet they didn't even notice that. But I think it's a pretty nice bait. And you got the blacks on there, going down to that shad color. Should be a killer bait. I've seen Matt on some of his videos. He was slamming some nice bass with it. One more thing here. Basically the same shirt that I have on that I got from my wife, except for it is in white. It says get Cash Cray on it. And Cash Cray baits, cashcray.com. It's just in basically a black and white and gray. This one I got for myself. So bad color choice of shirt for me, but oh well, it'll be alright. I if it gets dirty, it gets dirty. I buy them to wear them, not to look pretty in them. That's all the stuff in cast Cray. I have another box of lures that I got from another company. I'm not just a one lure company man, you know. So I fish a little bit of everything. You know, always have, always will. You know, if some big mega bait company comes to me and says, hey, if you will sponsor you, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, but you can only fish with this. You know, no other brands, so like that. No, not gonna do it. You know, because not every lure company has, or not one lure company covers the basics on everything. I mean, you can have a green pumpkin in this company's color, then this other company over here, they got another color. You know, it's green pumpkin. Be a couple shades of difference. Well, a couple shades difference can make a big difference. You know, that's just my thoughts and opinions. That's the way I see it. But right here we have a 1/2 ounce Divine Underspin from 6 cents. You know, good company out there. I'm not gonna knock them. I have a few of their lures already. And then I have a hybrid Divine swim jig, or hybrid jig right there. And that one there, that's a black and blue. And I have a 6 cents Poppin' Frog. This one is in the Milliken color. Or Gillikin, sorry. Ben Milliken designed the color for them, so that'll be a nice one. I've heard a lot of great things about them. That is one of the hardest frog colors to get because they're always sold out. Then I got a Quake 80 right here, lipless crankbait. I'll go ahead and open that one up. Look at that, nice. It's got a real nice, reflective scale pattern. Got real nice colors. Got some of them are real sticky hooks too. I don't hit them too hard. They get into you pretty deep too. But ouch. It's got a pretty good knock in it. So that's a pretty nice bait. I got another Quake 80. I think that one is in Fire Crawl color if I remember correctly. And then 6 cents come out with a new swim bait. I've been watching the guys fish the prototypes, stuff like that on YouTube. And let's see, what color is this one? This one is Shad Burst. Comes in a real nice box. See, there's got a little shadow box in there. And there it is. You got real nice color on it. Get pulled out of there. This one is, I believe, a 7-inch or 6-inch. 6-inch swim bait. It's a trace. It's got like a kind of a pearly greenish color, sunburst green, whatever you want to call it. It's got a soft rubber tail that pops in and out. It's like an elastomeric type plastic. They give you extra tail with it right here, so you got an extra one. And Justin Royal, on his YouTube channel, he said you take a drop of super glue, pull it out, put a drop of super glue, stick it in there, and you're golden. Now, that's a segmented swim bait, glide bait. This is a floating. They have slow sinking or floating. I opted to get the floating. If I want to sink it, I can get a bit of lead wrap and put on the hooks, and I can make it start sinking down. But yeah, it's got a little knock to it. Not a real loud and aggressive knock, but it's pretty nice, and it's got real nice shadow around the eyes there, and so it's got like a holographic onto the gills and stuff. Yeah, pretty nice bait. So we don't have giants up here in Ohio, but you know, I've seen some 1.5 pound bass hit these things, and excited to use it. Want to try? I'm trying to get into more of a swim bait game, and I don't buy the big giant swim baits, because I know we just don't have those giant fish. Now, if I still lived down south in North Mississippi where I was raised up at, yeah, there's 10+ pounders down there, and I would definitely be getting some of the bigger swim baits. But not around here. I guess I think the state record in Ohio is over 10 pounds, but not where I fish at. They just ain't there. You know, I've seen Mac 40-acre pond when they got all killed off. I've seen some bass out there, you know, the big white bellies floating up. You know, they look to be well over 7 pounds. You know, so those have been sweet to get. So, but I know there was a lot of shad in there that was, you know, some 10-12 inch shad. So I was like, man, I knew there's shad in there. I've seen a bunch, but you know, about 3 inches, about the biggest one I've ever seen in there. But I was surprised when I got one more thing to get, and it's from Sixgill Fishin. This had a birthday, 22nd of August, and got a fishing rod. Was signed up online there with them on their website. Got the birthday discount, 50% off of anything, and so I went ahead and got me a crankbait rod for the new Texas reels that should be shipping here in the next month or so, and can't wait to get those in my hand. But I have a 6.5 to 1 gear ratio of the Texas Project reels, and that's what I'm gonna pair it up with on this fishing rod, and also have a 7.0 to 1 gear ratio that I'll be using for, you know, Texas rig and stuff like that. You know, I don't have to go real fast, and if I do, I have a Hamar reel that's an 8.0. If I want to get, you know, faster, I'll just use that. So, but give me 1 second, I'll be right back, and we'll get the rod out. Alrighty, here we go. And we got it here. Got real nice Fuji eyes on it. Yeah. This one here is a 7-foot medium heavy, moderate action cranking rod from Sixgill Fishin', or not 7'4", excuse me, medium heavy power. They absolutely beautiful rods, so sensitive. You know, I have some of their Miyaka rods and medium light spinning. Then I have a couple of their creature rods and medium heavy 7-foot that I use for just about everything. But this one here is a moderate action rod, so it bends a little bit more in here, in between these two eyes here. That's where she starts bending at. That way you're not ripping the hook out of a bass's mouth when you're running crankbaits. Does make a difference, because I have to be careful right now with the rods I've been using. I'm using my Hamar with a fast action tip on that, 7-foot medium heavy, and yes, I have ripped crankbaits right out of their mouth. So I figured, you know, my discount, what a better time to buy it than then. So regular price on the rod is $149.99 at Sixgill Fishin', and it's real nice, dark blue color. It's got real nice cork grips. It's real comfortable in your hand. Yeah, I gotta watch it. I got a ceiling fan here. I want tangled up in that. And you see, you got the rod through blank there, and down here where your fingers is on it. Now me, this is the way I usually hold a reel. Usually have this finger up out there or my pinky. Just depends on the reel I'm using. I palm my reels a lot, but I still feel that. And a friend of mine, I was showing him one of their Miyaka rods that I have. And I told him, I said, they're so sensitive that you can feel a fly land on the tip of the rod. And he was like, no way. I'm like, yeah. I told him, I said, just hold on to the rod back here, behind the hand, back here at the, right in here. He was holding on to it. And I just took my finger and just bared as slowly and easy as I could and just touched it. And he had his eyes closed and he's like, I felt that. I said, that's the difference of getting high dollar rods and getting old cheap rods. And he's not big into fishing, but he goes fishing every now and then for catfish, stuff like that. Takes his little boy and his wife, and they'll go out to the riverbank and now picnic out and go fishing. And Jake, he told me that he had an ugly stick. I said, it's a good rod. Nothing wrong. They're tough as nails. You about can't tear them up. But the sensitivity's not there, and I was just showing him, that's the difference. Having more, higher cost, higher price rods, you have more sensitivity and everything. So I'll watch that ceiling fan. So that's the whole thing about it. A lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't waste your money on high dollar rods. They break so easy. Yeah, they will break easy. That's the reason they'll break easy, because they're so sensitive. They're not lead bricks you got to hold on to. I think this rod here weighs like 4.9 ounces. And then the fishing reel I'm going to put on it be around 6.5 ounce range. So you're looking at, 11.5, 12 ounces, with line and everything on your rod and reel in your hand. Gives you less fatigue. That's more casting. That's more time that you're not tired holding on to something heavy. And it makes a difference when you get out there and you're fishing for, even 3 or 4 hours at a time. You have a heavy fishing rod, you're bass fishing, you're constantly casting and retrieve and casting and retrieve, cast and retrieve. You're going to get fatigued no matter what. But with the lighter stuff, you don't get fatigued as quick. So that's the whole purpose of trying to get stuff lighter, more sensitive, so you can just feel the slightest little bite. And what you're bumping into. It's not a bite. It's just a bump of that bill hitting into the rocks or on the bottom, or hit a stump down there, or a tree that's laying down something. You let off, if you got a floating, crankbait, that thing, it'll float right out. Just get a little slack line, it'll float back up there and you don't lose your bait. So, but anyway, everybody, like I said, castcray.com. Remember, Sly Fox 10 saves you 10% there on all their products. They have a lot more than I showed you. They have all kinds of stuff for crappie. They have stuff for muskie or walleye. That probably work for muskie too. They have waterfowl decoys. They have, they got dove decoys. They got pigeon decoys. Because you guys that dove hunt, why not go out and shoot some pigeons? Gives you practice to get the doves. And doves are good to eat. They're very pigeon, but not the same kind of bird. Probably tastes pretty close to the same. But just remember, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the little notification bell. We really appreciate it here. Trying to get to 100 subscribers. We'll get something together, to give away. But we'll make sure it's a good little package to get to you. So let your friends know. Let's get me to 100 subscribers, where I'm at 82, 83, something like that. Just be cool to get to 100, Bass fishing is my passion. I like to catfish. I like to catch crappie. Crappie's good to eat. I like to catch bluegill. Bluegill is good to eat if you get big enough ones. But most of the time I don't keep many fish just because I don't want to clean them. Catfish is good to eat. I've ate bass before when I was a kid. When my dad would take us fishing, whatever we caught, if it was legal size, we brought it home. That was just the way I was raised. And as I got older and got into bass fishing, and I'd start chunking them back, boom, boom. My dad would get mad at me. He didn't like that. He liked, if it was legal to keep, he wanted to eat it. His man loved fish. And sometimes we'd have a freezer full of fish. But there was families around us, that were poor, and we'd clean fish, take them fish, clean, ready to go. Just remember, spread the word, share it. I would really appreciate it. And get up to 100 subscribers, and when we get to 100 subscribers, I'll do a 100 subscriber giveaway video. We'll have everything all together. We'll show you what it is, so you'll know what you're getting. I'm sure I'll throw some cast Cray in there as well. And there'll just be a mixture of different lures and soft plastics and things like that. So it'll be something you can use, and I would appreciate it. Here I want to give a shout out to Fishin with Gramps. Great guy. He'll break down how to fish with spinning rods, spinning reels, how to rig them up, what line to use, what kind of action you want to use, what baits to use. The man is he's fantastic at it. Love the guy. Never met him, but he's one of these kind of people. He's just so warm and inviting. You'd think you'd known him his whole life. He's just that kind of person. But he just started a series on bait casters and about them. So it'll be interesting. I even watch him. He's taught me things. I've been fishing for over 30 years, for bass, and been fishing over 40 years. I've been fishing started going fishing with my dad when I was a couple years old. I just turned 45, and I look up Fishin with Gramps, and real fantastic guy. He does stuff for the veterans. He gets lures, he gets fishing rods, fishing reels out of his own pocket. He'll get all kinds of people donate stuff. I've donated to him. To help out the vets. They need an out, to get their mind at peace, because they've been through enough in war. And seeing their friends die, they've been shot at, they've had bombs go off right in front of them, right behind them, or right on top of them. Everybody thinks that these military guys, they're tough. They don't need anybody, to help them out because they're military trained, but they're human just like you and me. They break down. These guys are broken. Given a fishing rod, fishing reel, line, lures, shown how to rig it up if they never fished, or guys that knew how to fish, give them some stuff, put it in their hand, let them go fishing. Give them a peace of mind. That's what it's all about. You get out there, you have fun. We give Fishin with Gramps some love. If you can afford it, get a hold of him on there and look at some of the stuff. I think almost every one of his videos in the description has got his P.O. box. If you got the ability to do it, send him some stuff for the vets. He'll greatly appreciate it. And the vets will appreciate it even more. But just give him some love. He's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and great guy. So I'm gonna get off here and let you guys go. I run my mouth enough. You've seen what I wanted to show you. And just remember, if you want to catch some bass, keep it sly. And that's the best way to do it. Thank you. We love you. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and catch you on the water.